Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing I-601 waivers. For those who are unaware, this document or this process, the I-601 process, is utilized for those who have been found inadmissible to the United States. That is, their visa application has been denied, even in an immigrant spouse visa case or something like a K-1 fiance visa case. And a question that sometimes arises is, what happens after the waiver is approved? I've made other videos on this, but currently, I have to say, I-601 waiver approval, the sort of aftermath is running way slower than it used to. Now, by used to, let's go way back. So like 8-10 years ago, back when USCIS actually processed I-601 waivers out of their local office here in Bangkok. Back then, if you got denied, you would request you got your denial, you put together your I-601 package and requested a waiver. Took a little time, probably a month or two, and then USCIS would adjudicate that, and if it was approved, they'd basically send the waiver back across the street to the embassy, and most of the time it all happened in sort of one smooth motion. You got the visa issued. That somewhat changed when I-601 stopped being processed here abroad and went to, I believe, the Nebraska Service Centers where they're all done currently. And at that time, once it moved back over there, obviously there's logistical issues associated with that. You have to go ahead and process it, etc., send it to the States, move it through that corridor, and then it comes back. And if you get approved, then what do? Well, you got to go back to the embassy. And at that time, it was up until really about 2 years ago, or I should say right before COVID maybe. No, 3 years ago, it did change. There was another nuance to that. It would come back over here, and again, it was a pretty smooth process. You'd let the embassy know, hey, we're approved on the 601 waiver. Let's go ahead and finish this off. Then, where we're at now, not super optimal, because I blame that mostly on COVID, or the response to COVID, and the fact that things are just moving slowly in any event. But I will say that even before that, it kind of became a clunky process of dealing with, okay, we've been approved, and then going back and forth with the embassy. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say they don't want to issue the visa, but I just think it got kind of deprioritized, and it's not part of their normal routine function. So they're just not as smooth in getting that out. Now, eventually it does, it ultimately, in every case we've been dealing with where we've got an approved 601 waiver, it ultimately comes out, but it is not like it once was, where it was just sort of one smooth flowing process, one fell swoop, and everything just came out at the end. So we'll keep you updated on this. My personal opinion is it'll probably get better as the situation kind of settles down elsewhere here in Thailand, but hopefully it'll change sooner rather than later.